Alrighty, hello everybody. Let's see. Today we're going to be playing some Rimworld, and for once, we aren't going to be war criming it up. We are here to make money. We are going to establish a proper business, and we are going to make the best hotel this side of the Rim has ever seen. We're here to make a good chunk of cash and get strong while doing it. I've already laid out basic plans for our little starting hut. Other than that, I haven't really done anything, though. Let's meet our members of the colony. We have Chad Fitzgerald, who is our current gunner. Starting off with the high shooting. Careful shooter and jealous are sort of negative traits, but they have joyous. Saburo Steele, who is our builder, sickly child furniture builder. They're a psychopath and a careful shooter, but they're also industrious. And Shepard, Joel Shepard, our farmer, which is kind and a quick sleeper. What does kind do again? Okay, I don't know why he doesn't have a negative trait. I thought I gave one to every single colonist, but you know, whatever. We're already in the game. I gave them nice little outfits, and we can begin. Let me just remember how to play the game real quick. Okay, Shepard, I want you on plant, cut, and grow. And as secondary, I want you on cooking as well. I suppose I'll put that up to 3. I'm pretty sure we don't start out with anybody good at researching. Yeah, Shepard can do research, but they're not very good at it. Steele is technically our highest researcher, but they only have level 6. Looks like Fitz is going to be carrying stuff back. I did start us off with a decent amount of gear here. Fitz brought himself a service rifle with him, but we had been tasked just to simply earn money. And that's what we're gonna do. Our ideology is super simple at the moment. It is the commercial way. Human primacy. Humans are the moral center. And we're corporate. And origin. Research is slow, and we don't care about tattered peril. But beyond that, it's nothing special at the moment. Human rifle. I love that. The man gun, indeed. Let's see, let me just restrict all of this. I really should have turned anomaly off. That's going to get really annoying. Okay, Steele, I'm gonna need you to be building, because we need beds by tonight, preferably. And I need to turn my music down a touch. Let's just do that real quick. There we go. That should be better. I'm so used to playing on 3 times speed that I feel like they're not getting anything done right now. Looks like we have some uranium, some components, silver. Good amount of steel structures sitting around too. Don't have a fever? Yeah, that's usually something you don't want to have. Hey Fitz, I don't care if you're not prioritized to constructing. You can deconstruct that wall for me. It'll make your trips back and forth a lot faster. We're just going to be living in here for the time being, but we'll expand out. We'll build some hotel rooms. We'll probably end up having a temporary setup just out of wood, which is definitely sketchy to do. This little area is just going to be for prisoners in case we get an early raid. But production, we are going to want to get a stone cutter's table down immediately. And a... where is it? And a fueled stove. I'm not going to bother with electricity just yet, even though we have the tech. Okay, I need these to be hauled urgently. And we can hold it open for now because it's spring, I believe. Yes, it is. Got a little bit of we got a heel root plot and a rice plot. I could probably go straight to potatoes, but I don't want to risk that. That is the fuel stove, okay. Yeah, you're not great at construction, but you do have a double passion in it. I would, however, like you to prioritize building beds. What are you doing? You're going for a walk for recreation? Let's get some recreation down. It'll take them forever to actually build it, but we might as well throw it there for now. Moods are looking relatively good. Fit's almost generated in with a jealous trait. I probably should have left it because it would have made things interesting. That was fast. Day one isn't even over, and we already have lovers. Come on, fellas. It's very unprofessional in this work environment. Could you have at least, like, waited until I had a colony built? What's Shepard up to? You're cloud washing in a random place that nobody cares about. Okay. You're going for a walk? Okay, I need you to prioritize building. Do until you have 10 at all times. What's Fitz like on cooking? Because we really need something for Fitz to do. There are crafter as well. Got a lot of boom rats wandering around, which could be kind of sketchy. Especially while all of our stuff is still built out of wood. We don't have anybody that's really capable of mining, which could be a small issue. Okay, it looks like most of the chunks around us are granite. We have a good amount of sandstone around us as well. Okay, we have more sandstone immediately next to us, so once the stonecutter table is ready, we're gonna have that be focused on. Excuse me, I don't believe you're assigned to cooking at all. Okay, constructing isn't your highest priority, that makes sense. And I didn't set this to be a rice field. Whoops. Just going to assign a few of the miscellaneous animals immediately in our area to be hunted, so that if we get a mad animal event, they won't be so close to us. Fit started with a 4-round burst rifle, I think. Yeah. It's a little bit strong, but we have no way to replace that, and we won't for a while. I just wanted to give my characters a little bit of a head start because I want to be getting into building as soon as possible. Okay, I do still need furniture. Table 1 by 2. How do you botch a log wall? That's like the simplest of the simple things we can do right now. And I need a dumping zone and a... I need a dumping zone and a butcher spot. A side effect of us hunting all these random critters around our base will also be Fitz getting some levels up in their shooting. What on earth are you doing? Oh, you're cleaning outside. Weird. Snooze that ad break. So what my plan is... Let's see. I want that to be more down here. I might need to make that into an oval. Okay, that's not how I thought that tool would behave. Okay, that tool behaves very weirdly. Want to have like a circle going from here to here. but it looks like the tool won't really allow for that. Basically, I want a kind of rounded wall going like this. And then we're going to build out our area inside here. Potentially dig into the mountain a little bit. Maybe I have my colonists live in the mountain and then I have the hotel outside, or vice versa. Okay. I think steel is gonna get a slept outside mood debuff because they're stupid. Other than that, that's a pretty solid first day. Okay, good. Fitch is gonna get started on making those sandstone blocks. Hopefully that's gonna be enough to build a wall. And now that that's mostly planted, I'd like to just get a lot of wood stocked up. We want to get little hotel rooms up as soon as possible. Why did you build that out of? Of course you built the table out of steel. I'm gonna regret that. At least it's of okay quality. Just get all that set to hauling. Do I want to try to encapsulate this within our wall? I probably do. Let's try to get the vent within our wall. I doubt I'll succeed. Yeah, we won't be able to build a geothermal generator like that. We're probably just gonna have to have it partially outside the wall. We're just kind of jutting out. Or I'll just use developer commands to move it in the future. Yeah, this is gonna look weird no matter how I do it. Hey, James, how goes it? What have you been up to lately? Let's see. Let's pause the game, see roughly where the center of our base's circle is going to be. It's probably going to be like roughly there. I need to move that down a bit. I feel like I messed something up there. Just gonna be messing around trying to actually get this stuff set up. How are you? I'm doing pretty decent. I haven't had the energy to stream for a little bit, but I managed to get back into it today. And I'm gonna be 20 tomorrow, unfortunately. Tired as frick, yeah. Ooh, any plans? Not really. I'll probably just be streaming more Rimworld, to be honest. Unless my parents pull anything surprising. I'm trying to get a circle to where I want my wall to be placed, but it's gotta be just right. I think like that is good. Oh well, happy birthday tomorrow then. Let's see. I appreciate it. I always have no clue how to properly respond to like happy birthdays being rated and stuff like that, but I just want to let people know in general I super appreciate it. I don't think we definitely don't have enough stone yet just to do that, but we can have our entrance over here. Let's see. We are going to have to double thick this wall up as well. But that is a task for another time. Just getting it down in general is going to be huge. And we managed to get the vent. With 20, are you able to buy a gun? I'm pretty sure in the US you can buy a gun by the time you're 16, but it really depends on state to state. Yes, you can buy guns before you're legally allowed to drink in the US. And we apparently need wood. We also need a larger stockpile area. I want you to be prioritizing cooking. But yeah, have there been any games or really anything you've been looking into lately, James? Also, real quick, let's see. I was playing Unworthy. Oh yeah, that was one of the Metrovanias. I'm probably going to regret putting the blueprints down to double pick this wall immediately, but I might as well do it. I have time, and I feel like I need to be doing something. You played Hob, Gato Roboto, and you're looking forward to playing Dead Space 1 and 2. Ooh. Thanks for the shout out. No problem. You're cool, and I want to make sure people know it. Most of the people that chill in my chat are streamers themselves. Absolutely awesome people. I honestly don't know if I can name a viewer that I have that doesn't do streams themselves. At least a regular viewer. Okay, good, we're getting that butchered. We're basically out of stockpile space. Let's increase that a little bit. I've never played this game, but I find it fascinating. It's like layers and layers of complexity. It is a very good game, but I don't know if I can seriously recommend playing it without quality of life mods. What mods do you have? A lot. A lot of mods. Not all of them are quality of life. One of them, which this current playthrough is going to be sort of centered around, is going to allow us to host a hotel. This game does have an absurd amount of modding, yeah. Its modding community's huge. Let's see, while it's still spring, we should probably get a cotton field placed down. We could use cotton. I wonder what our first proper event's going to be, because the game hasn't thrown anything our way just yet. Even that feels like an understatement. Yeah, this game has an absolutely cataclysmic mountain of mods. Its modding community can almost put a Bethesda game to shame, and that's saying something. What's our colony wealth looking like? I mean, we've only been here like 3 years, so this graph isn't going to be saying much. Did I say 3 years? We've only been here like 3 days. Let's see. Security. I was gonna say, 3 years? Yeah, we have not been here for 3 years. That would be a little bit absurd to have survived off of this for 3 years. For once, I'm not in the jungle as well. I'm in the temperate forest. Okay, good. We're getting things hauled. We should probably have somebody wear these flak pants. I'll throw them on Shepard. You can change the age settings so days equal a week or so on, but even I don't know how to do that. Yeah. Visitors from the Blackmire settlement want to rest. Refuse visitors until I have guest beds. It's going to be a little bit till we can get our hotel running. I'd like to get this wall done, and then we can start building little wooden structures inside around this area, I think, would be good. You know, I'm going to have Shepard start doing a little bit of mining in his free time. If they get any free time, anyway. We're making some decent progress on the wall. Fitz is mainly doing hauling, but they're also crafting up stone bricks. I'm concerned that the game hasn't sent anything at us yet. We might still be within our grace period, though. Yeah, I'm gonna get Fitz to try to build some of those. I swear to goodness, if you build everywhere but that one block, I'm gonna be annoyed. That's why I probably should have waited to double layer the wall. Not to mention that getting one layer done, then the other layer would have been faster. At least raw defense-wise. Still have a good chunk of steel that we need to carry inside. We spawned with a lot of steel on this map, holy cow. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Yeah, they did the thing. They built everywhere but that one block that I needed them to. Oh, you got the hat now. Oh, Shepard put on the flak helmet? Okay. With the plasteel helmet, I think. I don't think it's a flak helmet. Yeah, it's a plasteel flak helmet. Okay, it's both. Good to know. This is just going to be for medical, at least at the moment. I would like to steal these urns, just because they add a little bit of beauty to a room. And let's boost the speed up while we wait for them to, you know, wake up. I think Shepard has the light sleeper trait or something. Yeah, quick sleeper. I'll leave it on 2x speed for now. We sort of just need to wait till that wall gets completed before we do much else. Let's put some paths down so that these bushes aren't growing in the middle of our house. Okay, you're going to go steal the urns. Very nice. Now build. Okay, you can still build that. Shepherd back to turkey. Very nice. Really, the barricades are our only real defense at the moment. So I want to make sure that gets set up as well. Considering that we have the hole inside of this mountain, once we get a good mining character, we have a very solid amount of space here to work with. We're probably going to want to put a secondary door here as well, because there is an absolute motherload of steel there. I wonder where the ancient danger is, guys. Why are there survival meals all the way out here? I'm probably just going to let them rot, to be honest, because having somebody walk across the entire map is going to take too long. I'd rather have them working. It could be anywhere. Sure. Sure, it could. I don't think they ever... Okay, they did build the horseshoe pin. I'm gonna put the horseshoe pin here as bait because invaders really like to set it on fire for some reason. And we're low on storage space. Okay. That's honestly fine. It's gonna be a while before we can actually get any research done. But I might as well queue some things up. Wow, wow, wow. No storage space. You are building... Steel, you are building the walls in, like, the weirdest way you possibly could. Is there a method to this madness? Hey, look, Bob, a stick! Poking out of the ground! I'm gonna set it alight! Every raider be like... Every raider's like, oh, they spent so much time building this here stick. This is gonna crush their colony's economy. If I set it on fire, this here stick, they'll never recover. The thing is, you also know at some point that stick has killed somebody. What should our faction be called? We're a corporate origin. 2 feet away from a power generator just chugging away? Yeah, I could see that being an issue then. Because this is the Hideaway Resort, but what is our faction called? We're of corporate origin. Ah, yes. We are the final resort. Final resort of Hideaway Resort. 2 separate ways of using it. The Syndicate. Ooh, I do like that. The Syndicate's too good. Especially since later on in our colony's lifespan, we might end up harvesting the genes of some of our visitors. If that doesn't anger anybody, at least. I'm sorry, Vadria Corp just doesn't have the same ring to it. Cargo pods. With a lot of meat. Labrador Retriever meat 216. What happened? What did they do? I thought of it for like a union equals a syndicate, but I see you have darker plans. It's Rimworld, there's always darker plans, whether... Ancient danger, who would have thunk? Oh, you're getting those meals now. Okay. I wonder where the ancient danger is. At first I thought there might have been a Badria Corp, it's short for Druids Corp. I know. It doesn't, not everything has to do with Druids. I know I'm the Druids Union. But not everything falls underneath the Union jurisdiction. Like, why would Druids want to start a hotel? Come on. Probably for harvesting organs, but you know, that's not the point. Or is it a front to an illegal drug operation, but you know, that's also not the point. You were thinking, I don't know, but I thought it would be a hotel for druids. Yeah, unfortunately, the mod doesn't really let us control who we accept. And if we only accepted druids, we would, like, only be accepting tribespeople into our hotel. Wall's making good progress. I'd say it's about a third of the way done. A band of thugs sent by the Filth Pack sent you a call from nearby. How? How are they calling me? I don't have any way for them to call. I'm refusing the offer, however. I need somebody good at mining, and if that means I have to kidnap somebody, I'm fine with it. Or, well, is it kidnapping if they attack me first? That's a tough question. Alright, and it is a single Neanderthal. Or is it a Neanderthal? It's a baseliner. It's a good researcher. They're not particularly good at mining, but it's a good researcher. War prisoners. I mean, we're not technically actively at war. Hi, how are you? Bits move. Shepard, get in there. How freaking... Okay. It looks like we didn't get any injuries, at least. Fitz's helmet blocked anything. And we're gonna try to capture this person. They're probably going to die, but we're gonna capture them nonetheless. They bleed out in 6 hours. We have time. Is cannibalism possible? It is not only possible, it is encouraged. Not by our current ideology, but it is encouraged by the community just in general. This game is War Crime Central, indeed. And Pact of Troy. Wait, how... I thought that the Pact of Troy would be, like... Or not the... I thought the people who were ransoming us would be, like, pigskins or something. Like, somebody who's technologically advanced. But you're telling me that we got messaged by a tribal. If you think you can do it, you can do it. Yep. We got messaged by a tribal when neither of us have communication devices, and they tried to ransom me. Okay, then. This person's iron-willed, so we can't convert them. And that means they get gunned down. Shepard, I'd like you to use a gun. I know you're bad at it, but it's better than nothing. Come on around. Wow, everybody missed. No, why did you kill them before stripping them? Why? Okay, that's good to know they won't prioritize stuff in the right order. We're gonna try to convert this guy over to our religion, and then we're going to attempt to convert them into our actual colony. I just need somebody on wardening, which I believe would be Fritz or Fitz. Yeah. That's gonna be their #1 priority. Steel did not tend to them. Or they only partially tended to them. Okay, that could have been real bad. But luckily it wasn't. They just have extreme blood loss at this point, I believe. Yeah. We're about to get a rice harvest in, but we have no room to store it. There's only about a third of the wall left to build, though. So that's convenient. Bandball's gotten food poisoning. Oh well, who cares? And ancient mech. Yup, I'm aware. Did we already eat up all the sandstone blocks near us? We did. That could be a small issue. Especially considering all the mountainside around us is made out of granite and not sandstone. Really should have considered that, shouldn't I? There should be plenty laying around a map, at least. Eh, not really. Well, that wasn't the best of decisions. We'll be wasting a lot of time having Fitz walk back and forth. But that should be okay. We don't really have the storage space for another type of block. Why are you just cleaning up the dirt? You're sweeping the dirt in the dirt. I want to put this here as a fire break for the rest of the map. So in case a large fire gets set off by a flash storm or something and it starts spreading around the entire map, it'll get blocked off here. We already sort of have a natural fire block with this stone, but I want to be extra sure. Just gonna throw down some gravel. Okay, we're actually converting Bandball relatively fast. Main issue is going to be getting them clothing right off the bat. There should at least be enough sandstone on the map for us to finish this wall, but we're going to have to swap to granite after that. Let's get a crafting spot down. We can't do much out of it at the moment, but we might as well have one. Man-hunting beaver. Here's the man-hunting beaver, and we will get it. Or maybe we will get it. At least beavers don't appear to be dangerous in melee. And this random royal that we... this random royal at least isn't too good to help us out. It's not very often that you see a royal that's actually willing to do any work. Or able to do any work. They're usually just incapable of fighting for that quest. Oops. Just filled square. We're gonna build a hotel spot here. At least our first one. There we go. Get the wood flooring down in there, and that'll be a nice little house. I'm mainly just trying to clear some of this wood out of our storage space, if I'm being fully honest. Plus, getting some guest beds down to get some early money in rep would not be bad. Shepherd's in a shoot frenzy, very nice. Marriage is on. Fitch and Steele are getting married. Nice. But where, though? Bro, you have a bed right there. You slept on the ground. Yeah, you deserve that. These guest beds are going to have better quality beds than our colonists do at the moment. This is just going to be a temporary structure. And it appears we are just about out of wood from building this. I'm not too surprised. But we did have like 4 stacks of wood. Just chop that down. Bitch is going out on his adventures for sandstone. The wall is just about complete, which is pretty nice. Certainty is down to 27%. Not bad. Sandstone meteorite. Is that in a convenient location? No, it is not. Let's see how that ends up looking. And the wall is basically complete. Very good. Now blueprints. We can blueprint this. Very nice. Is there a way to rotate it? I don't think you can rotate it. Let's try that again. Nope, you cannot rotate it. Let's get a nice little cancel on that. Okay, now that the wall is complete, we can start working on making granite blocks instead. We got this weird little mud pond to work around, which is going to be kind of annoying. We're going to have to start building a larger structure for our colonists specifically soon, though. Okay, looks like we're getting some mining done from our builder now that they don't have any projects as well. Conversion. Very good. Now we're going to work on recruiting them. And Banbell's gone berserk due to alcohol withdrawal. That's honestly fine. Don't use the gun. Use the knife, please. And let's get a fresh door built down there. What is your health looking like? You just got bruised? Okay, cool. We broke their nose and shot off one of their toes. Hopefully that doesn't affect them too much. Okay, good it doesn't. Fallen monolith? How the frick did you notice that? Okay, Shepard noticed it, grabbing some steel. Wood structures get built so fast. It's quite nice. Visitor. A dreaded dude from the Blackmire settlement is approaching the colony. Or is visiting the colony anyway. And would you look at that? We've made 10 bucks so far. Happy guests will help with work inside their area if they are skilled enough and happy enough. I think I need to put down a chess table somewhere. Disturbing vision, yeah. Keep reminding me that I forgot to turn off anomaly, why don't you? That's what I was looking for, campfire. I really need Bandball to be converted to our side soon, so that we can get research done. They're pretty old, though. I mean, they're pretty old, but honestly, I don't care. I just need a researcher. I think I'm just gonna make this whole room a stockpile. After this house is built, we are going to start building a proper area for our colonists. We've gotten a decent amount of research done just by passively brainstorming about it, which is pretty neat. Time for the why. Why? Get from the Blackmire settlement 5 components. That is very nice of them. Not sure what they're still doing in my settlement after saying they're leaving, but... Alright. Why? Because orcs. There are no orcs in Rimworld. Or at least not in this Rimworld. I'm sure there are dozens of mods out there for that. We have a good chunk of granite blocks now, at least. I'll be able to build something once I figure out what I want to build. Issue is this big puddle of mud is gonna be getting in my way a lot. I'll just use dirt paths to draw a general border around the puddle, so I know more easily where I can and can't build. I'll try not to disrupt a lot of the rich soil. Low food. Oh boy. Yes, we are indeed low on food. I'm going to need to expand that rice plot out a bit. I told you to expand the zone, not add a new one. The bane of my existence, food in Rimworld. Again? How many times do I need to replace this door? Let's see. They were fighting, social, yeah, they hate everybody. I think we'll do something like that for our player home. But it's going to be a little bit difficult to actually get it all lined up the way I want it to. I really should have marked the block that I used as the center for the other circle. Okay, so over by one. Yeah, whatever, close enough. That looks about right. There is no triple door, so we'll just have to use that, even though that is not aligned at all. There we go. That should be our next build project, getting ready. It'll be kind of cool to have like a ring of guest beds or guest areas here, then have a ring of colonist areas in here. Possibly 2 rings. And food poisoning, fantastic. Alright, it looks like Fitz has worked through all of the granite that's in our immediate area. Just gonna clear this home area so they don't go outside like idiots when I want them to stay inside. Oops, that is the wrong setting. Yeah, whatever, I'll be lazy. I'll just do it like that. Minor break risk from Fitz because they are having a bad time with food poisoning. There we go. Home area is just about fully set now. Dang, that wall actually got put up pretty fast. Don't you dare build yourself in. Okay, good. Good. They're about to get recruited. Low food's pretty dang concerning, though. We're gonna have to do some hunting. And there we go, we have a researcher now. Shepherd's throwing a party. Looks like by the campfire? That's nice. Looks like Bonball wasn't invited. They broke down that door too many times, I guess. Let's see. Quest lag. Guardian for purple. Keep a prisoner for 14 days. That's mildly tempting, especially since we have so many extra beds. Okay, and alcohol withdrawal and stuff is going to be bad on you. You're a jogger, at least, so that's a pretty solid trait. Gonna get a nice little potato field in there. Ship to the stars is active. I don't really care. Psychic Smooth is... Words, yeah. Psychic Soothe is always nice to see. Bandball is just having a minor break risk constantly from alcohol withdrawals. And let's see, we can grow Healbird. Little patch of Tinctor there. And then I'll probably end up dedicating this area to hops. Not sure why you're doing any blending. It's probably because they're out of things to build. Starvation. That's not ever something you want to see. Let's put Fitz onto hunting. Okay, we can harvest this rice though. I'll get that done in the morning. Okay, Shepard, I need you to be doing your job. Visitors. Visitor group from the Dino League. Looks like a nudist colony. Yeah, they're from the Crypt of Nudity. Hopefully these fields should solve our food problems. Chunks of spacecraft have landed. Not bad. As always, I have food issues. Oh, I accidentally have these beds set to free. Sir, please. Thank you. We got bit by the deer. Alright, Shepard, you ready to do your job, or are you just gonna be useless? This guy wakes up early, but he just spends all of his time in recreation. 2 man-hunting squirrels. Like, I had plans for this area, but I can't really do much at the moment while we're still having this food issue. They're having their marriage. We got batteries, now we need solar panels, and then we can start doing electrical things. Let's see. Batteries, solar panel. We're already getting bad ratings, boys. This does not bode well. I mean, the food problem bodes even less well, but you know, that's not the point. And Manhunter pack. I will check on that in a moment. Manhunter pack of how many koalas? 4. That shouldn't be too bad. I don't think Bandball has a weapon. They do not. I was gonna have this be a bedroom. These be bedrooms, but that doesn't really work for my plan. Not really sure how I'm going to do this. Maybe I have the path go around the edge of the building instead of through the center, or I have it go through both. I do feel like the game has been awfully easy on us, but I did start one of my people out with a service rifle. Then again, that hasn't even come into play too much. Okay, and we have eliminated all of the deer from the face of this colony, or the face of this tile on the map. Probably should have left a few of them. Royal Tribute Collector, don't care. I'm not about to accept the deserter quest. I don't really want to make enemies with anybody. You know, it's really hard to build circles in a game that is grid-based. I really just need to pause the game and figure out what I'm going to be doing with this big shape I made. But I have no sweet clue what I'm going to do with that. It looks cool so far, but that's about it. I'm also just wasting resources because I'm pretty sure you only get half refunds. This is what I get for not properly planning anything out. I'm building too ambitiously. I'll have to take a look at how other people do their circular bases to see really how I'm supposed to do it. Then again, at the moment, I am only technically working with like a third of a circle, which makes it extra awkward. Maybe 2/3 of a circle, I don't know. All I know is my people need better beds and soon. The Night Crushers. Yeah, we don't negotiate with terrorists. Make a short bow and some wooden armor for our friend. Make sure they can contribute to fights. Solar panel research is almost done, at least. Yeah. I know I don't have a refrigerator. A group of Neanderthals are attacking from nearby. A singular person in the group, apparently. And it's raining, so it's going to be kind of hard to shoot them. We aren't going to have very good visibility. We're getting lucky, though. They brought us some jade, at least. We're probably going to have another raid in the moment, too, just because we refused that ransom offer. Combat for profit. That's a very good miner, but they're a pyromaniac. That's a tough one. I don't know about it, Chief. Especially since they're basically useless in combat. Expires in 6.5 days, though, so we have time to think about it. Just have to check my DMs real quick. Stop refueling the fire in the rain, please. I want to leave this big ring here. I want to do something with it, though. I just don't know how. I've just put myself into a very awkward position. Expand the rice pot a little bit. We could really use a trader of some sort. Really, anybody that sells pemmican would be really handy. Could probably get a tailoring bench down since we have an okay amount of cotton. That was a fast solar flare. So we got this big pizza slice to work with. Ah, yes, Fitz gets the average New York apartment. That feels uneven. I always forget where the plan button is. Okay, that is right. This looks hella scuffed, but I have a plan. And we're gonna need some blue. And Psychic Drone. That actually kind of sucks, but our people seem to be relatively happy for the time being. Rare Thrumbos. I don't care. Steel and Fitz asked for some space, and they've broken up, so that's going to be another tank to the mood. I never assigned them to a double bed, so I don't imagine their relationship was going very well anyway. I'm not seeing shelves. That's because it'd be in storage. Shaman merchant. That ain't bad. Where storage? Hiding room on Bandball, that's not too surprising. Prices of Belief from Fitz. And the Shaman Merchant. Okay, Fitz is still having a Crisis of Belief, so I can't have him go trade. Looks like potatoes are coming in nicely. I would like to lay down some gravel. And we're gonna have to get lights up in here. And it's gonna take a lot of lights. Oh. Best available, allies needing help. I don't know if I can feed 2 extra people, I'm gonna be honest. Are we out of granite? It looks like we are. That is a quite unfortunate time to be out of granite. This is uneven, damn it. And we never got a chance to trade with the Shaman Merchant. Oh, the misery. I need a ruler tool that's like on a keybind or something. Because man, I am messing up a lot. Boy, you what? You build the door on top of the thing. You don't build the thing on top of the door. Ah. I wasn't uneven. I placed the doors wrong. Well, I was uneven and I placed the doors wrong. Well, glad I caught that. We just sort of have to let this play out for a little while. So that we can actually get granite chunks and granite blocks. Mad Muffalo. That's actually a mild threat. Oh boy. Never mind. That was fast. The service rifle is much better than I gave it credit for. Might be better than the basic assault rifle, honestly. Let's get you woken up. My people are staying surprisingly happy, all things considered, the absolute awful environment that they're living in. And more cargo pods. Landing even further away from being useful. Nutrimine is actually quite good. So I'll send Bamble out to get that. They have a trait that lets them walk faster, so might as well. And it looks like we do definitely have our food problem solved. At least for now, that is. Visitors from Southwest Crorum. These people have lived here for decades or centuries. They have lost most of the technology that brought them to this world. They usually work with simple machinery and defend themselves with advanced gunpowder weapons. They are concerned with the practical matters of trade, trust, and survival. This particular group holds civil behavior in high regard. Okay, good. It doesn't seem like they mind the price of our beds by too much. But we're not a very well-established colony to begin with. Okay, good. That's all even now. I'll just move all of our crafting structures in there for now. Or at least tell them to move all of them. Major break risk and Bamble. Let's see. Unsightly environment, no corporate manager, and mainly the alcohol withdrawal is hitting them hard. Purple Ocean Bandits are raiding us. Let's see. You have a combat pistol and you have an auto pistol. Shepard, please use your bolty. And they're not attacking for a little bit. Of course, the moment I undraft my people is when they attack, as per usual. Hide behind the low fences. Hopefully those provide some sort of cover. Shepard, come on. Shepard is having a bad time here. They're getting nailed a lot. Gonna have to pull them back. Jesus, just hit them. Thank you. Bambell is doing fine. Shepard, Steel is doing okay as well. Don't want you to romance them. I want you to try to heal them. You're good at animals, social, you're okay, intellectual, bad at mining. The other person instantly died, so we don't have to worry about what they had. Alrighty. The game's starting to pull out some of the stops now. That combat was pretty rough for us. I do really need medical. Hopefully we don't get any infections from this. But they are going to need a good days of rest. That's why they couldn't hit them. They were using this hedge wall for cover. Get yourself some food. And do your job. Oh, quest log. Visitors. Group from Blackmire Settlement are visiting. We're gonna have to disable our guest beds after this group of people visit. Hopefully we have enough beds for everybody. Okay, looks like we do. Extremely overpriced bed. Well, I can't price it any lower than that. I'm sorry. We don't have enough guest beds? We do too. Or... Huh. Nope, they sent a party of 7 people. Why would you do that? You know I only have 6 beds. Where did that auto pistol go? No clue. And Fitz has gone berserk because they were ravenously hungry. Of course, our best fighter goes berserk, and now they're stabbing people with a knife. Why? Holy. That may have just killed us. What happened to Shepard? Why are you down? No, seriously, why are you down? Holy cow, Steele got fricked up with that knife. Cut off everything. All of the toes. And of course the goddamn lights are off. Because none of these colonists are smart enough to do that on their way to do something else. Oh boy. The raid wasn't the problem. It was Fitz deciding to cut up one of my other colonists after the raid that was the problem. Just for no reason. Steve's gonna die. This tent has got to be very good. What did you even tend to? It's Jover. Bruh, you got in the bed immediately? There's no way this colony can continue, though, because nobody else can build. Oh, you really enjoyed your stay, huh, did you? Come on, you can't seriously be that bad at doctoring. They're that bad at doctoring, okay. Up, time to reload. You don't just decide to cut somebody up like that. That is such utter BS, though. Oh, it's because of the stupid divorce that he's such an idiot. That's why he murdered Steely, because they got divorced. Supposedly the final straw was ravenously hungry, but I ain't buying it. A passion crime. No, don't stop visiting, please. There's too many people. Yeah, this game is complete BS a lot of the time, but that is half of what makes it fun. Now Bandball's gone berserk, because of course they have. Just punch him. Dang. Knocked him flat. Oh. Oh no. I forgot that Shepard has hand talent installed. So, punching somebody, is still gonna hurt him anyway. I reload my save and the game instantly does this. What the hell? So, like I was saying, this game is complete BS at times. And the game, it's safe to say, really doesn't like me today. Oh no! Put out the damn fire! Please! And, you know, frick that, I'm reloading again. That is not okay. Yeah, the game is complete BS. It feels a lot of the times that there isn't any thought put into balancing. Like, the fact that that chain of events could even happen in the first place is pretty stupid. But it still maintains being a pretty fun game. It's just the punishments are too punishing. There isn't really a minor punishment you can go through. It's either all or nothing. Sometimes a bit of BS is good. It is indeed. Keeps you on your toes, keeps the experience interesting. But man, this is... I'm gonna tell you, this is not an uncommon occurrence in this game. This happens on the regular. I don't know how people play this game with commitment mode on, which forces you to never reload your save. Well, I actually do know how people play the game. I could play the game like that, but I find it kind of boring. Basically, if you just build your base in a specific way and just set up a bunch of kill boxes and exactly formulate how your crops are spread out, you're essentially invincible. But that's kind of boring to me. So I like to try to make a big fancy base and then get kicked in the butt anyway. What are you even tending to? Group from the Blackmire settlement. How many people? Just 2? Alright. Oh, there's an embed. I swear, if this is another thunderstorm, I'm gonna be very upset. I need to get these built out of stone as soon as possible as well. At least the outer walls of them. I really like how wooden structures look in this game, but you can't. You're just not allowed to have them. Would you guys mind lighting the torches for once? You lit the torches in there, so that's an improvement. Why does Bandball need medical treatment? Because they got... Because they got a bruise. I don't understand why bruises need medical treatment in this. Or why it says they need it anyway. They don't actually need it. A little bit of gold. Nice. And now, since that chaos seems to be over, let's save the game. I had to say... He's gonna destroy components times 41. Kill that man. Why did he break it so fast? I'm glad I saved. Because that is all of our components. If those get destroyed, we are just dead. Or our means of progression is dead anyway. Because if those get destroyed, we have literally no other way of getting them. That should really count as a combat event, because I have a mod that's supposed to slow down whenever anything combat is happening. Apparently, my dude destroying the most valuable resource in my base doesn't count as a combat event. Let's see. But that is about all the time I have for today. This was pretty fun. I'll probably be back with more of it tomorrow. And hopefully we can get our hotel properly set up. I know we already have some beds, but spreading it out a little bit more would be pretty awesome. Yeah. That's going to be it from me today. As more chaos happens in the background. And I hope you all had a great time here. Let's see who's live, and we're going to raid out. Have a nice one. You too, James. Nah, thanks for stopping by. I just stream because I have nothing better to do. It's awesome to see anybody pop in. Let's see. None of my buddies are playing stuff that Rimworld people would be interested in, so... We'll send you people over to... We'll send you over to Bowler Boy. They look pretty cool. Looks like they're testing some Twitch integration stuff.